Hi, everyone. A great way to learn English is through stories. And I'm going to tell you a story, and maybe you can take a memo, take some notes, and try to understand as much as you can. Maybe watch the story 2 or 3 times. And there will be questions in the description and answers at the bottom of the description, so you can check your answers. So this is about my life in Japan. I came to Japan as a young man when I was 26, and I taught English in Nagoya in Aichi Prefecture. I had very little experience teaching English, but I had taught a little bit in Canada for the Cultural Homestay Institute, and I watched, I think it was a 1-hour training video, and then I was teaching in the classroom. I taught students from Shizuoka Seika High School in Shizuoka City. So I went to Nagoya and started teaching, and I started learning Japanese. The Japanese course started with, ichi, ni, san, shi, counting in numbers, and a, I, u, e, o, kaki, ku, keiko, very basic stuff. I was only planning to stay in Japan for 1 year at that time. So after about 3 months, and I really hadn't progressed much in Japanese, I decided, maybe I'm just going to quit Japanese and just enjoy Japan. I'm not going to learn Japanese so quickly. I'm only going to stay for a year anyway. So regrettably, I stopped studying. I think I studied a little bit on my own, but I had a teacher twice a week, and I stopped with her, which was too bad, actually. I wish I hadn't. My job in Nagoya, it was good, but the pay was quite low, and I had to work a lot of hours compared to a lot of my friends. And I'd met a very nice woman in Odawara named Ikumi, and so I wanted to be out near her. So I got a job in Atsugi at ECC and was teaching English there. I restarted learning Japanese again, thinking I might stay longer. But again, it was very slow progress. I think just having to use Japanese every day at the stores and things like that helped a lot. I'd try to learn sort of key phrases that I would need at the doctor or on the telephone or, at the store, greeting people, things like that. I learned hiragana and katakana very quickly. Kanji I kind of gave up after a while. And eventually I started my own English school in Minami Ashigarashi near Odawara. And after that, I eventually worked in universities. I work in universities, 2 universities in Japan now. And I constantly tell my students that they should read books. If you want to improve your English, read books. And then often, talking about doctors as an aside, often doctors are the worst patients. They have so much information, but they don't take care of themselves. Not every doctor, but a lot of doctors are they're infamous for being the worst patients. And I thought to myself, I have lots of good advice, but am I following my own advice about learning Japanese? And I thought, I'm really not. I would read some children's books with hiragana and katakana and very easy kanji, but I thought I really need to learn more kanji, and I need to do what I'm telling my students to do, which is read books. I really, can't read so well in Japanese. My kanji knowledge is very limited. Yeah, I want to say to you that English is relatively easy to learn to read. So read a lot of books, and myself too. Kevin must read books in Japanese to improve his Japanese. By reading books, I think your grammar improves, and it seems strange, but your speaking will improve too. I think it gets into your head from reading. So I really advise you to read books. Now, try to answer the questions.